acting on the Word is what persuades the heart. The Bible said Abraham was fully persuaded that what God had promised he was able also to perform. Therefore, it was imputed unto him for righteousness. Because his heart was fully persuaded, God treated him like he never had sinned. Now, because his heart was fully persuaded, he was bold before God. He gave God the opportunity to do something for him. Let me give you another illustration of this. You know, Hebrews 11:6 says it's impossible to please God without faith. He that cometh to God must, say the word must. That means you can't do it without it. Must believe that he is. And people that come to God don't have any trouble with that, or they wouldn't be coming to him in the first place. And people that are already born again, baptized with the Spirit of God, I mean, you know, going to church every time they open the door. Some of them have a key to the church. Open it themselves, you know. Don't have any trouble believing God is. But, oh, they stumble around on the second part of that. And it's just as big a must as the first part. Says they must believe that he is, and that he's the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Now, I believe that God is. I believe that God is. When I'm doing that, I'm coming toward God, right? I believe that he is. I believe that he's the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. But I wonder if it means me. See, the moment I started wondering, the moment I started backing down off that promise, I started going away from God. Yeah, but it might not work this time. I mean, I've diligently sought him in the past, and I thought it was going to kill me. Oh, you know, all this time I'm going backward from God. What's happening? He doesn't have any opportunity to do anything for me, to me, through me, or anything else. Why? Fear. Huh? Fear. I'm afraid. Afraid backs away from God. Boldness goes toward God. Afraid goes away from God. Boldness goes toward God. Now that's the boldness that he's talking about. And the Apostle Paul said, pray that I speak the word boldly as I ought to speak. He says we ought to be bold. We should be bold. In him we have boldness. Now, when we're acting on the Word, it develops confidence. I know I'm acting on the Word. I know I'm doing the right thing. When I know I'm doing the right thing, I'm hard to shake. It's when I'm not too sure of the ground that I'm on that I begin to get in trouble. This is the reason so many people have failed to receive divine healing. Oh, God, heal me if it's your will. There's not any way to get healed in that. Oh, God, I know, you know. Oh, I know you'll heal me someday. No. That is not diligently seeking him, and that is not believing that he is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. But when I go to the Word, and I find in his Word the covering of what I need. I find the word that covers that healing. I find the word that covers my prayer. I find the word that God has already said that covers my desire. Now I'm on much stronger ground, and suddenly I can rest and have peace because I know I'm on good ground. But now wait a minute. I'm acting on the promise of God. What's going to have to happen for that to come to pass? Faith. Faith. The Word says by the promises of God, we become partakers of the divine nature of God. What is the divine nature of God? Love, joy, peace, long-suffering, goodness, gentleness, faith, meekness, temperance. That's the nature of God. So if I'm acting on the promise of God, I'm on good ground, yes. But if I'm acting on the promise of God without acting on the commandment of God, I don't have any faith to make the promise come to pass, and I'm still on shaky ground. Because faith worketh by love.